Hey guys, let's go ahead and finish up or continue on with the making of the tomahawk handle. When I left off, I was talking about fire hardening it, and like I said, before I put the head on permanently, I want to go ahead and fire harden it because this wood is going to shrink down as I do that. One of the things that I noticed was, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a slight bow right through here. So we're also going to discuss how to take care of that bow and straighten this up a little bit as we go, and that also has to do with fire hardening one of these. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a fire going, and I'm actually just going to use the barbecue grill. And that's something to remember, is that whenever we make our fires and things like that, even if we live in town or anything like that, we can use a barbecue grill in order to practice our skills. We don't have to be, out in the country or out in the wilderness, or stranded on a deserted island or anything like that. We can use our barbecue grill, practice and hone our skills a little bit. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this aside, and I actually made a video on a new little item that I made. One of these little compact, let's see if you can see that, one of these little compact waterproof surefire deals. I'm actually going to use this and test it out, on the grill and see how it works outside, because as it is right now, I've only tried this on the inside. I haven't even tried to start an actual fire with it yet, so we're going to go ahead and try this out. Now, I could use the ferrule rod, but I demonstrated in the house that I could make a fire or get this to take with a ferrule rod. So I'm just, for the sake of ease and convenience, I'm just going to use the big lighter this time. Just like before, I'm going to break up the ends just a little bit, just to expose the inner fibers and things. And there she goes. Takes off very nicely. Alright, we're going to let some of that wood ignite and get going a little bit. And I also want to talk about one other thing. Is something that I like to do when I fire harden my wood or anything of that nature, is I like to apply, a tallow or a tallow substitute, fat, lard, anything. Another thing that can be used is good old vegetable oil. And that's what we're going to use today, is just vegetable oil. Saturate your rag, just rub it in there. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to allow the heat to penetrate the wood a little deeper than it normally would, without it actually burning up your wood. Well, so far, thumbs up on those little guys, little surefire guys. It's working so far pretty well on that little fire behind me. Of course, it's not like we're in the Arctic or under a wind advisory, or it's raining a lot right now neither. It's pretty decent weather conditions at the moment. But we'll try them out in the future whenever it's raining. See how they work then. Alright, now first is what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate on the area that the bow is in. And we're going to see if we can straighten that out. Should be able to. There has been a few occasions where I couldn't get it to straighten, but hopefully this isn't one of them. So I'm just going to put it over the flame where that bow is, just to get it nice and warm. I continuously roll it over and over. Alright guys, I'm going to save you a little bit of downtime, and I'll get back with you as soon as this thing is nice and hot. Alright guys, so we're back. Getting this thing nice and hot. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it in between some of my banisters here, right on the bow itself, and I'm going to pry this out. Try not to. Just going to put a little weight on it. You don't want to go too much because you can break it. So I'm just going to go put a little weight on it. That thing to bow out and let it cool a little bit, and hopefully once it starts to cool it's going to maintain its shape. This is another way of, if you're making a primitive bow or a primitive set of arrows, which I hope to get a video on here before long. My old primitive bow that I had, my dog ate it, so I have to make another one, so hopefully I'll get another one going, but this is the same method I've used to straighten, my bow or any of the arrows or anything. Alright, so we've let off, and I don't know if you can see, but it actually took that bow out quite nice. There's still a little bit there, but not bad at all. That looks relatively good, guys. It might stand to go a little bit more, but you know what? Let's take it just a little bit more. Apply a little bit more oil on it. You can see that it's starting to char a little bit. I don't want the wood to actually burn, I just want the heat to penetrate into the wood. it out a little bit. Now this works best when your wood is freshly cut. Once you season your wood or fire harden it, after that, you know, you're pretty much left in the shape that you got. So it's best to do this when your wood is freshly cut or wet. Sorry about all the traffic. For some reason, everybody and their family members are driving by the house today. Okay. The bow is pretty good now. It's pretty good and gone. So I'm going to go ahead and finish fire hardening this thing up, and I'll get back with you as soon as I'm done with that. Alright guys, so we've got this thing all fire hardened now. I don't know if you can see it very good or not. I'll take some more video of it inside. Got the head up there nice and snug. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this top section off. If I want the handle a little bit longer, then I'd go ahead and trim this down to where I can slide this up a little bit more. But I kind of like this smaller handle. I think I'm going to give that a shot. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Now you can do it with a saw, you can do it with a, you know, the head of the tomahawk, you can do it with an axe, do it with your knife, whatever you want to do it with. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, and then I will get right back with you. Okay, and here is the end result, guys. Turned out real nice, I think. Some people don't care for the char marks, but I like it like that. I'm just going to stop talking so you can hear my daughter talk about the fairy princess in the background, because that's probably a little bit more exciting than the tomahawk handle. But if you don't like the char look, then all you got to do is take a little bit of sandpaper, a little bit of elbow grease, and you take it off. But like I said, I kind of like it like that. I also like the shorter handle. Here's the original handle that it came with, and you can see I took a good 5 inches off of it. A little bit more compact, kind of like it like that. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel. If there's anything that you guys would like to see, let me know.